Hey everyone, hope your lockdown corona world is going okay and hope things are going well with you and Jesus as well. Here we are back again with Mark and Mark. We're still in chapter 1 and we're up to verse 29. It says, as soon as they left the synagogue, remember last time that's where they were, Jesus expelled the unclean spirit. So as soon as they left, again, classic Mark, frantic, they went into Simon and Andrew's house with James and John. Simon, this is, just in case you forgot, this is Peter. So they're in Peter's house, Simon Peter, and Peter's mother-in-law was lying in bed with a fever. They told Jesus about her at once. He went to her, took her by the hand, and raised her up. The fever left her. She began to serve them. So here's first thing he does. He heals Peter's mother-in-law. Now, some scholars think that this Jesus healing Peter's mother-in-law is the reason why later on Peter betrays Jesus. Actually, that's not true. No one thinks that. Verse 32. When evening came after the sun had set, kind of says the same thing twice. Probably the idea here is that this is now the Sabbath is over. You know, so for a Jewish person, the day begins at nighttime. So Sabbath's now over. Everyone then starts bringing him all those who were sick and those who were demon possessed. Right now they're allowed to. Sabbath's over. It's time to get people healed. And the phrase here, the word here for demon possessed is the word, it's more like demonized. And the reason why it could be that they're possessed, like we talked about yesterday, kind of being controlled like a meat puppet by these demons. It could be that, but it could be more likely that it's that they're demon oppressed, that these demons are afflicting them. They're being demonized, but they're not like they're controlled. But either way, it's definitely a bad thing. And it's these kind of evil spiritual forces that Jesus is kind of waging war against. Verse 33, the whole town was assembled at the door. It's a lot of people. He healed many who were sick, drove out many demons. But it says he would not permit the demons to speak. And the reason why is because they knew him. This is known as the messianic secret. We saw it a little bit last time, and we'll see it a lot in the book of Mark. When people or demons know who Jesus is, he tells them not to tell anyone, to keep it a secret. And the reason why is because Jesus will reveal himself, and Jesus will define himself on his own terms. That is, if people think he's the Messiah, they'll have their own thoughts, their own ideas about what that means. He's going to be a king, a conquering king. He's going to come and kick the Romans and be a military power. But Jesus wants to define himself, what it means for him to be the king. And so we're not quite up to that yet. And so it's this secret. Who is Jesus? And then it says, verse 35, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, that's definitely very early, Jesus got up, went out, made his way to a deserted place, and he was praying there. Here we see the priority for Jesus to spend time praying to his Father. He's just had a massive day, a massive night of healing and driving out demons, massive night. And then now, very early, he's up praying. And it's a nice reminder to us on the priority of prayer, and maybe even something of a challenge as to how much of a priority is it for us in our lives, particularly, I suppose, in this lockdown coronavirus that we live in. But then it says, Simon, Peter, and everyone are looking for him. They find him and they say, everyone's looking for you, right? Jesus is becoming a celebrity. And Jesus says to them, let's go somewhere else. Let's go anywhere else. Which again, Jesus has a different view, a different mindset about what he's doing. They think, okay, you've built a good base here. Let's continue the work. Everyone knows you, become a celebrity. And Jesus is like, no, we need to go elsewhere so that the reason why is so that he might preach there too, so that he might again be declaring the kingdom, the kingship of God is arriving, has arrived. This is why I have come, he says. So he went into all of Galilee, preaching and driving out demons. This is that authority combo that we saw last time, where the driving out, the authority over unclean spirits and demons is helping to authorize his authoritative preaching and teaching. He wants to come as someone who is announcing the kingdom. He hasn't come just to be a worker of miracles. So that's all we have time for. We'll see you next time.